Guys, the Bot Builder's back and welcome to another episode of Robot Wars Omega Series 2. And this is Heat H. Yeah, that is right, we only have 3 more heats left to go before we reach our semi-finals. And we already have a great selection of semi-finalists on our hands. 7 to be exact. Those machines are Foxic, the number 13 seeds. Roadkill, the Ultimate Challenge Champions. Firestorm 6, the number 4 seeds. Phantom Kia, the 11th seeds. Endgame, the newcomer with a lot to prove. Ripper, the underdogs with the big scary flipper. And from last heat, we saw a surprise as Nexus took out the 8 seeds, the account Mayhem and Seed Slaughter champions, Scrapper, in an incredible fight, which they came out on top after flipping them out the arena. But that is, of course, only half the story, as we, of course, have our 10 Robot Rumbles, with 7 in each one in each semi-final. The semi-final A10 Robot Rumble has some great machines such as Bronco, Cyber Spinner, Death Roll, Rapid, Chaos 2, Aftershock, and Really Big Cheese, with the second one containing Gravity, Spectre, Diamond Storm, Carnival, Cobalt, Lucky, and Scrapper. So let's no more hesitation. We're going to find our 8th semi-finalist and our 8th machine to go into both of those Rumbles. Seed number 5, Apollo. Apollo, the number 5 seeds for this series, armed that big, powerful flipper. They haven't really been doing that well as of late, though. Of course, lost in the World Championships in the round of 16, and they are getting quite old. The team say they're going to replace them with Orion for Series 3, but they're hoping to give Apollo one good last hurrah. Suplex. Here are Suplex, a newcomer, and already they're a fan favourite. They didn't do too greatly in the World Championships, losing to, oh well, Apollo. But with them fighting Apollo here, they hope to get a good bit of revenge. A very unique design. It's a nice grappler, very similar to robots like Bite Force and Greedy Snake. So we'll see how Suplex does here. Blood Pumper. And here is Blood Pumper, the robot to topple Rapid off their crown, and the former Ultimate Challenge Champions before losing it the following episode to Cyber Spinner. This machine has an incredibly powerful flipper, one of the most powerful in Robot Wars Omega history. Although they do struggle to self-right from time to time, and they are vulnerable to spinners, but this machine is awesome, and I can see this one potentially being the winner of this heat, and also the favourites. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, we have our very own fan favourite, Matilda. And let's bring back a fan favourite of mine, Rhino Facts. Did you know that male rhinos are called bulls and female rhinos are called cows, and their young are called calves? Well, Rhino is most definitely a bull, a cow, and a calf, all wrapped into one. Actually, no, he's just a bull. I'm fairly certain I said he was a male anyway. I don't know. It's a robot. Do they really need genders? Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No? Activate. So, honestly, I think the 5th seeds Apollo have quite a tough challenge ahead of them, as they have to deal with Blood Pumper. And Blood Pumper are probably one of the greatest flippers ever. But look at that, a great attack right there by Suplex. Coming in well, a Suplex in onto Blood Pumper, all the way from Mexico, our Suplex. And this is what they do come with great suplexes, but in comes Blood Pumper, coming with a great flip. Apollo, self-right. Of course, Suplex made it through qualifiers, quite convincingly beating Blue. Of course, Blood Pumper and Apollo automatically qualified as Apollo. Got to the semi-finals last series, the top 6, and Blood Pumper, of course, qualified due to being an account Mayhem Grand Finalist. And Apollo comes with a good flip right there onto Suplex. In comes Blood Pumper though, coming with a good strong flip right there. Blood Pumper trying to come with another good strong flip right there onto Suplex. Blood Pumper comes with another good flip, and they're going to try and flip Suplex up and out the arena. Suplex had a good start this fight, but Blood Pumper, I would say, are on top. Apollo, they've been struggling here. We haven't really seen them come with a good strong flip right here at the minute. The number 5 seeds, Apollo, they've been competing since Series 0. This is their 3rd series and their 2nd series in this form. And they had a very different machine in Series 0. It was a very old Apollo replica. But Apollo now trying to come with some good flips right there onto Suplex. Suplex gets flipped up and away, and Matilda now going to try and cause some damage. Meanwhile, in comes Blood Pumper. This is their first Robot Wars Omega series. Same with Suplex. Blood Pumper trying to come with another flip right here and onto Apollo though. But although Blood Pumper, despite being their first Robot Wars Omega series, they've already made names. They've been given a reputation of one of the best flippers. Apollo also have a reputation of one of the best flippers, but it has been weakened recently. Suplex, they're still struggling here, but now they come with another good flip. Apollo, meanwhile, trying to flip over Matilda. to show that he still has some power left in that flipper. Although they are struggling to flip up suplex, but now they do come with a good flip. And that was a good flip! And they flipped suplex up and out of the arena here. Rhino are going to try and right Matilda. Yes, they do. Matilda gets righted. Of course, Rhino, he's a very noble man right here he is. And in comes Blood Pumper flipping up Apollo, and Apollo been flipped over and out. There we go. Just like that. And Blood Pumper, the ex-Ultimate Challenge champions, are hoping to become the series champions. And honestly, with a performance like that, I reckon they could. Seats. Could Blood Pumper go all the way? Well, with Scrapper already in the 10-robot rumble, things are looking bright for them, and that was an impressive victory, flipping out the 5th seeds Apollo. And of course, Apollo eliminated Suplex, but Blood Pumper finished off Apollo, and they go through to the Heat semi-finals. Apollo, the 5th seeds. Yet still, I wouldn't really call that surprise that Blood Pumper beat them. Of course, they're getting old, they're getting weary, and they go into the redemption round along with Suplex. Seeded number 18, Plan B. Oh, here is Plan B, the number 18 seeds. The team say they're going to upgrade it for Series 3 and make a robot called Plan B Squared, but they're going to give the Crusher one last go. They're seeded 18, and they did very well in the last series, made it all the way through to the 10-robot rumble, placing quite highly in that as well. I think they came 5th. So they are a very good machine. It's a very unique design, very difficult to face, and that Crusher is deadly. It may look silly, but this is a good machine and shouldn't be underestimated. Diot All. And here is Diot All, the World Championship quarter-finalists. Did it for Ireland, armed with that incredibly powerful flipper. And of course, this is actually one of the Iron Ore robots. Team Diot All bought it off one of them and gave it the classic Diot All fur with the grin and the googly eyes. A big, strong flipper on this machine. However, it does have some bad luck. Hopefully they can get some luck here. They competed in the last series with Diot All, didn't get too far, but hoping Diot All will do better this time round. Eeseethree. And here we have a fan favourite of many, including Robot Combat models, because this is his own machine, Eeseethree. Pretty much the Gruff the Dragon of Robot Wars Omega, with that very nice lifter that can even double as a clamp. They're one of the most durable machines around. They have an incredibly low ground clearance, a very unique weapon, great driving skill. I think this robot could do very well this heat, you know. They came 4th place in the account Mayhem, and they definitely are an all-star of Robot Wars Omega already. And of course, patrols for the CPZ, we decided to put in our own fan favourites. Well, actually, all the house robots are fan favourites, I would say. Virus, definitely the most popular of the lot. And Growler, who's hoping to not get flipped over. Hashtag stop Growler abuse. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, this should be a very good fight, I reckon, between two control bots and a massive flipper in Diot All. Now, of course, two of these three machines competed in the account Mayhem, Eeseethree and Diot All. Diot All represented Aiden Phelps. Got your name right this time. And Eeseethree represented Robot Combat models. Plan B didn't enter, although they are one of my favourite robots of mine. Seemingly the mascot of the bot builder, I'd say, next to Greatest Carrot, although Plan B is definitely more deserving. Diot All trying to come with a good strong flip right there and flips up Plan B. Plan B though, they are flipped up and over, but they do self right. I feel this fight's going to be very close, and honestly, Plan B Eeseethree head to head is a fight I've always wanted to see. They're both some of the best control bots, I'd say, but look at this Diot All coming with a good flip right there. But Eeseethree self right. I feel this heat has a lot of potential to have some very good fights right here. And Eeseethree pushing Diot All into Virus. All these machines have got a lot of pedigree behind them. They're all very good robots. Plan B went for the Tag Team Championships, the first Tag Team Championship. Teamed up with Hammerhead 2, and they lost. And Diot All comes with a great flip right there onto Virus. Flips them up and over. And they're going to try and come some good flips right there in onto Eeseethree. And Plan B gets flipped up and over. And now in comes Growler, coming with a huge slam right there in onto Plan B. Plan B suffering a bit of damage to their claw right there. That isn't good. Eeseethree though, now as a hold of Diot All and Eeseethree. They fought big scary flippers before, like Bert and Intergalactic, and they were able to overcome them. Something weird happened to their claw, something weird happened to their lifting weapon, but they weren't able to sort it out. And now they're going to push Diot All into the CPZ, and in comes Growler. Oh, a big slam right there in onto Diot All, and again. Eeseethree managed to try to escape, but Plan B are now going to try and bring in that crushing arm. Maybe to try and cause some damage. And look at this, look how close Eeseethree are to the pit. Eeseethree though managing to escape. And they're going to try and get Plan B down that pit. Diot all self-right. Plan B very nearly going in the pit then. But he was saved by Diot. Eeseethree now got to grips again. And are they going to try and pick Diot? Diot just managing to escape. This is a very tactical fight, I reckon this is. And in comes Plan B, trying to come in with another good hit. Right down onto Diot. Diot knocked up onto their backs. And Plan B, are they going to try and pick Diot? Are they going to try and pick Diot? Diot very close to going in the pit. And I think they're in. I think Diot are in. Diot down the pit. And I think it's now down to Plan B and Eeseethree. And Plan B now has got to clutch with Plan B yet again. This is going to be an incredibly close fight. That is going to go to the judges in 10 seconds, actually. Any moment now. Cease. That was a really good battle, actually. Both of those machines, all three of those robots gave it their all, but sadly, Diot they couldn't quite make it, and they were beaten, pushed down the pit by Plan B. But between Eeseethree and Plan B, it's going to be close. And the judges have made their decision. You know the criteria: damage, control, and aggression. And it's incredibly close. It's very, very close, actually. As well, the judges have gone on, but the judges have made a decision and just edging it out on damage because they eliminated Diot. They're giving it to Plan B. Yes, Plan B beats Eeseethree, and they go into the heat semi-finals. Eeseethree, though, a very good performance, and I think they could do well in the redemption rounds. Speaking of which, let's go to that now with a grudge match from the World Championships. Now, of course, both of these two fought in the main event of Episode 3, the round of 16. In the episode Fur Will Fly, Apollo and Diot all fought it out in a very good flipper fight. That time Apollo lost, actually. The 5th seeds lost, but Apollo are hoping to get revenge here against Diot or the World Championship quarter-finalist. Of course, it's Wales versus Ireland. Should be a good battle, this. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, he's back again. Aw, it's good little Growler. Oh, isn't he a good little boy? And we have Matilda, who is Jonathan Pierce's favourite robot. In both ways, if you know what I mean. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, yes. I surely love a good flipper fight here, and this is a rematch flipper fight, so, yeah, it's bound to be good, and honestly, we could be seeing the 5th seeds go out early here, but Apollo comes with a huge flip right down onto Diot. Diot gets flipped up and over by Apollo. Apollo flips up Diot. Diot flips up and over, but they do self-right. Diot comes with a good flip right down onto Apollo. Apollo self-rights. Apollo comes with a good flip right down onto Diot. Diot self-rights. This is already fast-paced, frantic stuff right here at the minute between both of the flippers. Apollo flips up and over. Diot managing to flip Apollo up and over. Apollo, I think they want revenge. As Diot did eliminate them from the World Championships, of course, in the main event, but Diot are just the lower machine. Apollo self-rights, and Apollo comes with a good flip right down onto Diot. Diot in trouble, they're strolling, but they do manage to get away. Apollo trying to come with a good flip right down onto Diot. Diot flips Apollo up and over. And right now, I will say Diot are on top here. They're such a big flipper, but Apollo comes with another flip, and again, Diot, can they self-right? A Growler comes with a huge slam, though. And Diot, from starting this fight on top, looked to be in trouble now. And that was a good attack right there by Apollo. And while the boys, I forgot their names, damn it. But Diot comes with a huge flip right there onto Growler, but Apollo comes with another good flip onto Diot. Diot gets flipped up and over. I think Apollo, if they need to beat Diot, they're going to maybe try and immobilise them. Try and get them on a position where they can't self-right. Apollo flips up and over. Of course, Diot, they're competing in this year's Account Mayhem as well, representing Aiden Phelps yet again. Apollo comes in, Diot comes with another good strong flip. Apollo on their backs. Matilda trying to get her lifting tusk in, and they flip Apollo up and over. Diot comes with another flip. Diot currently, I will say, are on top, but Apollo comes with another flip. And this is an incredibly good fight right here at the minute. Two incredibly good flippers already, and Diot comes with another flip. And honestly, as I said already, I think There's a possibility in losing the 5th seeds already, but there's also a possibility in losing such a great machine in Diot. Both these machines are really good robots, and Apollo very nearly went in the pit. Apollo very, very nearly went down, and Apollo comes with another good flip right down onto Diot. Diot gets flipped up and over. Diot trying to self-right, but honestly now Apollo seems to be the ones who are on top here. Apollo trying to flip Diot up and over, and Diot comes with another flip right down onto Apollo. And are they going to try and flip them over and out? Are they going to? Apollo trying to flip them up and over. This is an incredible fight, one of the best fights in the series, I think. But Diot very nearly went down the pit then, but they just managed to escape. Even if they went in, that wouldn't have counted because it was Matilda who pitted them. Diot now on the flip of Apollo again, and they've been flipped up and over. Apollo trying to flip Diot back up. Diot trying to get that big flipper in underneath Apollo. Oh, and look at that for a flip! And that could be Apollo out of it. Or will it? Cease. No! That was too late. Apollo just managed to stay in for a couple more seconds, but that will potentially cost them that. Diot getting the damage factor right at the end, but will that swing it in their favour? And the judges have made their decision based on damage, control and aggression. And this is going to be an incredibly close, incredibly controversial fight, as it is indeed split. But the judges feel that the robots will win on damage and aggression is Diot! Diot beats Apollo, and the judges say it was that damage factor right at the end where Diot flips Apollo like that. Sure, it didn't immobilise them, but it surely caused a lot of damage right at the end, and that just swung it in their favour. That was an incredibly close fight, an incredibly good fight, and Diot, they go through to the Heat semi-finals. And as for Apollo, the 5th seeds are out! Semi-finals of the last 3, finishing the top 6, out in the first round. Now, that is an upset. So here we are at our second Heat semi-final matchup. It is a battle between two very good control bots. We have the Account Mayhem 4th place finishers, Eeseethree. Did you know there are approximately 60 species of eagle? Yeah, kind of an interesting fact. And we also have Suplex as well. Two very good control bots. Should be interesting to see who will come out on top here. And control zone for the CPZs. Insert drunk joke. Insert anger joke. It's Rhino and Virus. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So Eeseethree and Suplex are going to fight out here. And look at this. Both machines already locking horns there. And this is a fight between two very popular robots, actually. Suplex, they haven't had many fights. They're not really the most successful machine, but they're already a popular machine with the fans, which is good to see. Especially for a new machine, especially a wrestling-themed robot, because they're fueled by fans. And look at this, kind of a great Suplex right down onto Eeseethree. Suplex, a very small machine, all the way from Mexico. Eeseethree though comes with a good little grapple right there onto Suplex though, and look at that, trying to come with good control there. Eeseethree had some of the best fights in the Account Mayhem, and they've already had a good fight this series, and would have a good fight here against a very good control bot. It's a battle between the two control bots, but they're both very different. Suplex kind of more for the Bite Force style, the Overhaul style, the Greedy Snake style. Eeseethree going more for the Gruff style, and look at this! Virus is also one that goes for the Greedy Snake style right here, picking them both up. And Eeseethree, Virus has lost his head! Well, that's the first time that's happened this series, isn't it? Virus finally loses his head. Well, it's bound to happen at one point with all those drinks he's been drinking. Surprised it didn't happen earlier. Suplex trying to come with another good grapple right down onto Eeseethree. And suplexes them yet again. Although Eeseethree trying to come with a good little lift right there. In onto Suplex. Eeseethree gonna try and grapple hold of Suplex as well right here. Now Suplex, will they try and 619 Eeseethree in the jaw? But I don't think it's able to do that. Doesn't have arms or legs, so it can't really. Eeseethree though coming with another good flip right down onto Eeseethree. This is a very, very entertaining fight right here. The House Robots have definitely been great use here. Eeseethree being pushed by Rhino. Suplex, now they're going to try and take advantage. This is a very, very, very good battle here. Suplex comes with another good grapple right down onto Eeseethree, but Eeseethree comes with a good grapple of their own in onto Suplex. And are they going to try and pit them? Are they going to try? Yes, they do! Suplex have been pitted by Eeseethree, and that's a shame. They put up a very good performance, but Eeseethree were able to control them in the end and dump them down the pits. Cease. Well, a very good performance there by Eeseethree, pushing Suplex into the pit, and they go through to the Heat semi-finals. And here is the first of our Heat semi-finals, and as you can see, the flippers and the control bots have been split up. First of all, we have Diot with that big powerful flipper, taking on another big powerful flipper, the one-time Ultimate Challenge champions, Blood Pumper. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, we have Rhino with that massive ramming horn, and Matilda with her big flipper and rear flywheel. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, no. Activate. Just look at the time, and we've already hit the 20-minute mark of this episode, and we're already halfway through the heat, so I think this could potentially be the longest heat. But honestly, so far, I will say it's probably one of my favourites. All these fights have been very, very good. And Blood Pumper, will this fight be just as good? Well, Blood Pumper, we've already flipped up and over Diot. Aiden Phelps' robot, well, it's actually Peter Redmond and Kieran Burns' robot, but Aiden Phelps took control of them in the account Mayhem. They're going to take control of them again in this account Mayhem. But, of course, with Peter Redmond, Kieran Burns, Zulu driving Diot, Blood Pumper, of course, driven by Delboy666. And they come with another good flip right down onto Diot. Trying to self-right, they did struggle just then, but Blood Pumper! Oh, Diot very nearly got in a tricky situation then. But Blood Pumper have flipped Diot up and over, and currently Blood Pumper are on top right now. Diot struggling to get in underneath Blood Pumper, although Diot does come from behind. Now, honestly, this is a fight between two of the best flippers, I think, in Road Wars Omega history. Diot, such a powerful flipper. Blood Pumper, such a powerful flipper of their own as well. Although Blood Pumper have been the more successful winners of the Ultimate Challenge at one point. The first robots to beat Rapid in a Request Fights Fight Night episode. Such a great machine, and they're such a powerful flipper. Diot really are struggling here to deal with them here. And in comes Rhino, who are coming in with some great slams right there. Diot being slammed. Diot struggling right now. And Blood Pumper comes in with another good flip. Diot, can they get back up from there? Blood Pumper, are they going to try and eliminate Diot right here? Diot on their backs yet again. And, well, they are struggling here. And Blood Pumper, are they going to try and get Diot out of the arena? Yes, they do. Out of the arena they go. And Blood Pumper, they go through to the Heat finals. Cease. Well, Blood Pumper goes into the Heat finals after a very impressive victory on Diot, dominated that fight and eventually got them out of the arena. Well, on to them. They go through to the Heat finals. Diot, you're going into the third place playoff. But who will they meet in that Heat final? It's a battle between probably two of the best control bots in Road Wars Omega history. Eeseethree and Plan B, the 18th seeds. Now, both of these two fought each other in the first round. That time Plan B came out on top. But Diot were also in there, and Plan B pitting Diot was a big factor to them winning that fight. So, who will come out on top here? Will it be Eeseethree, or will it be Plan B? It's the bot builder versus robot combat models as well, so this is going to be a good fight. And the core patrol zone for the CPZs, another combination of a dog and a Triceratops is Growler and Matilda. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. I have a feeling this is going to be I have a feeling the pit's going to be a massive factor in this fight, and because both of these machines are strictly control bots, and honestly, I could see either of these two make it into the Heat finals. Both of them are incredibly good machines. They're known for putting on some incredibly good fights. But look at this by Eeseethree. They're already going for the pin on Plan B. They just managed to escape. And now they're going to try and bring down that Crusher. And they're pushing Eeseethree into the arena sidewall. And they're going to try and push him into Matilda, but Eeseethree gets flipped up and over. Now, Roll Combat Model says he's entering the next account Mayhem with a ridiculous-looking thing called Bird of Prey. Of course, we can't wait to see that. But Eeseethree, will it get a nice last hurrah here? Or, well, they might be in 2-3 as well. Maybe. I don't know how I'm going to handle it. Because I don't want to retire this thing ever. It's such a great, beautiful-looking machine. They might just fight alongside each other. Anyway, I'm rambling here. Because currently, right now, Eeseethree are controlling Plan B. And Plan B are being controlled here by Eeseethree. And they're pushing them into the arena sidewall. Plan B, they are trying to self-right. But Eeseethree comes with another good grapple right here. And I think they're going to make the opportunity count. They're going to make the opportunity count of Plan B unless if they can get away. Yes, they do. They do manage to get away. And now they're going to try and fight back. Trying to bring down that Crusher. Trying to bring down that crushing arm. And now they are going to try and bring it down. And now they're going to try and have a go at trying to pit Eeseethree. This is an incredibly good battle, this is. Eeseethree manages to escape. And honestly, both these machines are worthy semi-finalists, but of course only one of them can be. In fact, neither of them could be, because they then have to do a blood pumper after. But now, look at this great control right there by Eeseethree, pushing Plan B into Matilda, but Plan B now comes with another good crumple right there. In onto Eeseethree, and they're going to push him into the arena sidewall, and oh no. Oh! Look at that by Growler, coming in for an incredible slap. He's flipped himself over. Although Eeseethree seems to be a bit shaken, but no, they're still rolling. They're still rolling. They're going to try and still control Plan B. Plan B been flipped up and over. Eeseethree being controlled right now by Plan B. Plan B are going to try and lower that crushing arm down. This is an incredibly good fight. One of the fights of the series. Look at Eeseethree coming with a great lift. Coming with a great lift that was. Eeseethree lifting up Plan B on their backs, but they do self right. Eeseethree coming with another good lift though, and trying to lift Plan B up and out of the arena. Can they do it? We've never really seen Eeseethree get a pitting before. No, we have seen him get pittings. We haven't seen him getting out of the arena before, except in that live event. And are they going to try and pit Plan B? Although, boys, Plan B going to do it. Plan B! I think Plan B's done it. I think they've done it. And they just pitted Eeseethree and Plan B, the 18th seeds. They will be the ones to progress through to the heat finals. Cease. That was an incredible fight, that was. But, oh, it's such a shame. It's so sad to see Plan B, no, not Plan B, Eeseethree get defeated. But that was an incredible fight. But Plan B just fought back right at the last second and pitted Eeseethree. And that was incredible stuff. One of my favourite fights of all time. And, well, Plan B, can they do it? Can they make the semi-finals? Or we have one more fight left to go before we can see if they can. And that fight is this fight, the third place playoff. Of course, we have Diot with that big flipper right at the front. And Eeseethree, the big controller. Eeseethree were able to beat Diot in the first round with the help of Plan B. But can they do it 1v1? And the Core Patrol Zone for the CPZs. We have Growler, he's back on his feet and he's ready and raring to go. And we also have Virus, who's apparently just had a couple of pints of Guinness before this fight. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go, a big flipper versus a big control bot. This is going to be a really epic fight, I think. And I have a feeling this fight, this heat has got some incredible fights already. We've had some really good battles. Plan B Eeseethree has to be my favourite fight of the series so far. That was incredible stuff right here. But look at this by Eeseethree. Look at this. And I don't think Roll Combat models are going to want to lose here. They are fighting an Iron Ore machine, which is their favourites. Because the Iron Ore robots are their favourites. It's not quite Iron Ore, it's of course Diot, but that's still quite poetic. That the only robot in Robot Combat Model's way in the 10-Rock Rumble is his favourite robot of all time. But can he overcome it? And can Eeseethree make it to the 10-Rock Rumble, or will Diot be the one to make it? This is going to be, this fight is already off to a very good start. Very back and forth. Virus trying to lift Diot up and over. And Eeseethree, I think they know what they want to do. I think they're trying to get that flipper wedge open! Just like that! And that is exactly what Eeseethree needed to beat Diot. And they've done it. Well, not really. It was more Diot did it. But Eeseethree was still able to, well, do that. And they were there in the arena at the time. So they get the victory. And Diot, that is a shame. That is a real shame for them. They had an incredibly good series this time round. Beat Apollo. And they had a great fight against Blood Pumper. But they will not be going into the 10 Robot Rumble. And what is going to drop from the drop zone? Oh, it's a throwback drop zone. Yes. People really loved that drop zone last time. So we brought it back. The Game Boy games. Oh, that's great stuff right there. And I think Eeseethree are going to eliminate Diot once and for all. Oh, they're still hanging on. They're still hanging on. Oh, Eeseethree do land in the pit. Go on, Growler. You finish it off. Oh! And he just jumped himself out the arena, but they still got Diot out. Cease. That was an incredibly good fight, that was. Eeseethree, they go into the 10 Royal Rumble. That was a great controlled effort, and we got a throwback drop zone in the process as well. Diot, it was a really good series this time around, a really good effort, but it just wasn't enough, and they're out. But now it all comes down to this, the Heat Final. Who will come out on top, the 18th seeds Plan B, or the former Ultimate Challenge Champions Blood Pumper? You can't really get two different machines, a control bot and the big bad flipper, and the most powerful flipper, won the most in Road Wars Omega history. And in the core control zone for the CPZs, we have Matilda with her flipping tusks, and Rhino with his ramming, lifty, horn, spiky thingy. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate! Oh yes, here we go. This is going to be a bloody amazing fight, I have a feeling. And honestly, it might as well not even go to the judges, because let's be real here, it's going to end either with a pitting or an out the arena flip from one of these two machines, and both these robots deserve to be semi-finalists, but of course, as I said, only one of them can. So will it be Blood Pumper, or will it be the 18th seed Plan B? Well, the seeds have been struggling, but Plan B want to bring the seeds back into the semi-finals, and they're going to try and bring in that Crusher, and they can't quite, but they couldn't quite crush Blood Pumper there, but they're still controlling them here, and they're going to try and bring that Crusher in. And in comes Rhino, comes a huge slam right there onto Blood Pumper. Blood Pumper, of course, self-right. Very nice. Now, we haven't seen an Account Mayhem machine make it past the heats just yet. Scrapper came close. Can Blood Pumper be the one to do it, though? Of course, Plan B getting flipped up and over, but of course they keep self-righting in the process. Blood Pumper coming with another flip. And again, that was a very big flip right there. Eeseethree going to try and bring down that Crusher in onto Blood Pumper again. Blood Pumper flipping Plan B up and over. Plan B self-rights. Plan B now grappling a hold of Blood Pumper, pushing him into the arena wall. Blood Pumper managing to escape. And then he comes another good strong flip in onto Plan B. Plan B! That was a big flip. That was a big flip. Plan B just managing to survive though. And honestly, this is an incredibly good fight here. I can see both of them in the semi-finals, I will be honest. Plan B, the 18th seed. Blood Pumper, they're then unseeded. But the Account Mayhem quarter-finalists, a great machine, one of the best in Road Wars Omega, and they do cover another good flip onto Plan B right there. But Matilda trying to cause some more damage. Blood Pumper managing to get away, and now they're going to try and flip up Plan B. Plan B got flipped, but Plan B self-rights, and Blood Pumper coming with another flip. Plan B trying to bring down that Crusher in onto Blood Pumper, and who knows? This fight could go to the judges actually, because neither machine is letting up, and I don't think we're going to see a machine be eliminated here any moment now. But look at this fight by Plan B! Plan B, look at this! Look, are they going to do it? Yes, they've done it! Oh my god, they've done it! And Blood Pumper have been pitted! And Plan B managed, they saw an opportunity, and they took it! Grappled hold of Blood Pumper, and they pushed them into the pit! And Plan B are now in the series semi-finals. Cease. I'm stunned. That is a stunner, that. Plan B, the 18th seed. Not even a high seeding. Their seeding is quite low, but they will still manage to pull through and get a really big upset victory against Blood Pumper, pushing them down the pit, and they go through to the series semi-finals. And honestly, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be happy with that outcome. Plan B got a victory, and they just proved that, well, good control and a good drive is all you need to win in Road Wars Omega, and they just took advantage of Blood Pumper throwing himself right and pushed them in. Plan B, they go through to the series semi-finals, and well, we only have 2 more heats left before those semi-finals. So we'll see you again next time for Heat I, where we will see the return of the 7th seed's Eruption, as well as the other half of the Tag Team Champions, Tornado, as well as MLU4 champs, Bot from the Blue. It's going to be an awesome heat, and until next time, the Bot Builder out.